Carl, obviously you started with James Daly not training today. What's he done, and will he miss tomorrow?
Yeah, look, it's just a precautionary. He did some extra gym work today instead of coming on the pitch. So we'll assess him tomorrow to see where he's at.
What's he actually done? Is it just a bit of soreness? Or?
Yeah, it's just a little bit of soreness from the Wellington game. He pulled up a little bit sore after that. So we've had an easier week for him, and instead of being on the pitch today, he was on pitch yesterday. So today was off for him, and he did some extra gym work today instead.
But there's still a chance.
Yeah, most definitely still a chance to play. Yeah.
Ethan Cox, even if he doesn't end up playing tomorrow, he's obviously a keeper that has been highly rated, and maybe some other clubs in the A-League would have had an opportunity. Just you've had obviously Gauchi and Delhi, not two great goalkeepers. How impressed have you been with his development?
Yeah, look, Ethan's still quite young. We gave him an opportunity last season. Gave him a little taste of the A-League last year with our last game of the season. So he's had that exposure to it. So look, he works extremely hard on his game, and if he gets the opportunity tomorrow, I'm sure he'll be fine.
We're knocking on the door of a sellout. How excited is the group for what is a huge game?
Yeah, look, it's pleasing. We had a great crowd last time we were here. Unfortunately, we didn't get the result last time. So again, tomorrow, I think it will be a sellout. So it'll be a great atmosphere. Especially they always are against Melbourne Victory. I think they're bringing a lot of supporters as well, so that will provide a very good atmosphere inside the stadium, and as a player, they're the games that you want to play in. So look, we're really looking forward to it, and hopefully it'll be a good game. Historically,
your sides have tended to rise in those occasions where the pressure's on, and maybe the away games where you struggled. It's almost been a reversal this year where obviously you've been dominant away from home, and maybe had a couple of games where you didn't take a chance at home. What do you think has changed in that regard?
Yeah, look, there's no real change in what we do at home or away. As you say, we've most probably let a few points slip at home that we wouldn't have normally let slip. But that happens. Our away form is excellent, and it would be nice to have some of those wins at home, and hopefully we can start that tomorrow.
Build up some previous original rivalries. You've talked about trying to make sure you foster the hatred of Melbourne. What do you do this week to say guys like that are new to the club, like a Ben Falami, who's obviously come from Victory, or even Veart, who's not familiar? Do you get Eugene to have a speak? Do you have a speech about what this rivalry means? No, look,
I'm pretty sure all the players that have played in the A-League know that there's a big rivalry between us and Victory. It has been since day one. And it's a big game for both sets of supporters. So, the players sort of live for this game, and our playing group, we'll have a lot of South Australians here that have grown up with this rivalry, so they're well aware, and they let the other players know. And we know it's going to be a big game. Victory of their form is a little bit indifferent at the moment, so they're going to want to come here and prove something as well. So it's going to be an exciting game.
Do you feel like it is a good time to play them? Obviously, since they've had Patrick leave the club, it's been a bit of a tough time.
Yeah, look, as you say, their form has been a little bit indifferent. They've played some really good games, moments in games. You look at last week, they were winning with a few minutes to go. So there's some path that we've been down ourselves as well. Look, it's games like this can change the course of your season. So it's important for us that we keep our focus, keep our discipline, and keep playing the way that we have been to this point in the season.
You've coached in obviously cup finals and semi-finals in the league. In terms of a regular season game, does this feel like the most important one you've had, considering, like you say, that could change the league, being how high you're on the ladder, and obviously it being Melbourne and a sold-out crowd?
Yeah, look, as I say, these games are always, we say, try to treat all games the same, but these games always have that little bit more importance. And it's pretty much a derby for us. So look, the level, the intensity of the game will be higher than normal games. And it's just important, as I said, that we keep focus on what we've done well this year and keep doing that. And if we do that, I'm sure we'll get the result we want.
Victory obviously have Sydney and then the derby with Melbourne City. I was speaking to someone from Melbourne in the last couple of days, and that it seems like sometimes the attitude from Melbourne is that, you know, we've got other rivals, whereas for Adelaide, this is the game. Do you feel, is there almost like a sense from Adelaide United where you look at this going, this is the biggest rivalry, I don't care what anyone else says?
Yeah, look, I think over the history of the league, you know, you say yes, they might have some other rivalries, but you know, this is where it sort of first kicked off in season 1, and you know, we've had some big moments between the clubs over the 20 odd years. So look, it's no different. You know, the players and the fans sense that, and you only have to come to the stadium tomorrow night to see it.
Do you? The way that this being obviously your last game, that 6-0 game, have you naturally as a coach felt more involved in this game? Not more so than any other game, but does it mean more the fact that 6-0 game was your last game and the way that ended?
Look, I can't even remember that far back now. Look, it was, you know, a long time ago. Yes, it didn't go the way we wanted in that final, and you know, I think it was 2 or 3 years later, you know, we lost again. So you know, that hurts a lot, you know, to the players that have played in those games and the supporters that have been at the club for that long. And you know, that means more to us than when we beat them because of you know, that past history.
Luka Jovanovic, obviously the time away, has scored 2 winners. How difficult is it for you now having a happy problem of having Luka scoring as well as with how well he's played?
Yeah, look, you know, we've said all season between the 2 number 9s, you know, we've gone with 2 young number 9s and they both have to push each other and work hard. And there's going to be ups and downs in their form over the course of the season, and it's important that they both push each other to be at their best. And you know, and both of them, you know, the last month, well, especially the last 2 or 3 weeks, Luka's lifted his game. I think he's realised that, you know, it's not going to be given to him a position, and so he's lifted his game and he's got his reward in the last 2 games. So now Archie needs to lift his game to that next level again as well, and that's all we can ask of all of our playing group.
What about Austin Ayubi? Obviously started the season as starting wing, and now Yaya Takouli's been getting a lot of minutes on the bench as well. How good has that been for you to sort of juggle those 3 options you've done too?
Yeah, look, it's, you know, they're all different players. You know, put Ben Flamy in that mix as well. They're all different. They all bring something different. And Yaya is, you know, he's done well for us the last month, coming off the bench and providing that little bit more directness that at times that you need, where Austin and Ben want the ball more to their feet and run with the ball. So again, it just all depends on what we're looking for in a game.
Has Ryan had his child yet?
No.
Okay. Obviously at this stage it looks like you're welcome back into the side. How big of a win in that, and obviously have you got plans in place in case that does happen in the next 3 weeks?
Yeah, look, as I said, Ryan is back into the team. You know, he's the captain of the team, so he'll always, you know, is a very important player for us. And as far as we know, you know, his wife is booked to have the baby after the Auckland game next week. So look, hopefully, you know, fingers crossed that it happens then.